What's up, everybody? It's your favorite murder droid's favorite nerd, and today we are looking at the Black Series 000, 000, whatever you want to call him, the other half of Dr. Aphra's team, and he comes with 2 accessories, so let's go ahead and start there. He comes with 2 hands. They're swap out, so they are, I think, the same one as the 3PO that just came recently in the 3-pack, where I was debating whether or not it was from the Episode 9 mold, it could be from this mold, or it could be a 3-fer, if you will. They're nice enough. There's no real detailings, but there's a ton of sculpt work on them, and then this one hinges up and down, this one hinges in and out. So the holding hand is in and out, and the trigger hand is up and down. And there he is with the regular hands. Alright, let's take a look at the figure. So the head, torso, arms, legs, all of that is just the 3PO mold, right? The only thing that's different are these hands and then the color it's cast in. With that being said, I mean, what else would you do, right? So it also has that metallic fleck plastic like the BT1 had. The head is on a disc hinge because it's the same mold. You get up to there, down to there, the swivel, and a little bit of attitude on the ball peg that the disc hinge is attached to. The eyes are painted red with the black dot in the center, and it actually looks pretty good. And then it has some weathering. The weathering is a silver paint, and it's kind of slopped on. And it's slopped on here, here, here. There's a couple places where it looks nice, but for the most part, it does not look good one bit. So the shoulder, same thing as before, it's a disc hinge. It's fairly limited because of this, but this does swivel. So, and it's not like this is the most, dynamic posing character ever either, right? You have the elbow hinge, it's a single hinge, and then you have this sliding piston that goes between, but that is also limited as well. And mine is like there's something in there or something. It's like you don't get a clear range on it. But you do have it, and then the wrist swivel, and then this hand hinges up down, this hand hinges up down. The fingers, which are the only new thing, are done quite well, sculpted well, and then it has all the kind of torture bits attached to it. 3 of them or 4 of them are painted silver, and then this one is painted red. It's supposed to be like a flame. Same on this side, except they're all painted silver, and this one's like a saw blade, and the rest are like general like saws and knives and hypodermic needles and screws, etc. Maybe a screwdriver, or I don't know what that is. Screwdriver looking thing. The other arm is articulated the same. We have, I think, a single ball peg from the abdomen into the chest. Using it, you get down to there, back to there, little teapot, and the swivel is limited, but you can get a fair range out of it. I don't think you'll need any more. So we got T-jointed ball joints for hips, but because of the side armor, it's very limited, but once again, not a dynamic posing character. And then out to the front, and it does kind of curve the leg out because of the thigh armor once again. And all of this is painted with random blues and reds and silvers, and for the most part, it's done fairly clean, which is nice because it's front and center, you know what I mean? We have a single disc hinge knee, which operates quite nicely because it just makes up the middle portion. Most people have chosen to do it that way, and it works well. Limited range, but it's there. And then we have the ankles. They tilt up, they tilt down, and they rock. They rock further than the thighs will get you out, so all of that is good. And there it is from the back. So same kind of decent sculpt work, same kind of decent paint application. The weathering is not done well, and the hands, which are the only new thing, are kind of fine. And there's the crew kind of all together. And I'll have the whole crew in Jabba's palace until I figure out exactly where I want to put them. Final thoughts wise, it's not the most exciting mold, as we've gotten this a few times now. We still can't get a white one or a red one, unfortunately, but we've gotten plenty of 3POs to boot. And whoever this guy is, I haven't been able to recognize him. But the hands are cool, and I mean, what else would they do for the character? And the kind of the set of them have kind of become a bit cult classic type characters in the comics, so I understand the motivations for making them. I think the 3 3/4 set did very well, and after that, they figured it was a no-brainer to do this one, as it didn't require much retooling for any of them, honestly, and just kind of reap the benefits of the popularity. But take that out of it, the sculpt is good, the articulation is appropriate, the extra hands are cool in terms of the new ones that came with the mold. Most of the paint is applied well, except for the weathering, which is kind of a train wreck, and it looks good to have all 3 of them together. So if you're into these characters from the comics, then I can recommend it. If you're not into the characters from the comics, there's nothing great about really any of these 3 that would necessarily make you want to get them. Dr. Aphra is a good fit figure, but so is Jaina, but she's done extremely well. So I guess if you were going to get one and you weren't connected to these characters in any way, shape, or form, that would be the one that I'd recommend. The weakest one is the BT. The least exciting one is the 000, and then Dr. Aphra's kind of, fairly well done. So I hope that helps. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.